Now joining us, the CEO of Central Ozarks Medical Center, Kelly Miller. And Kelly, it seems like the last couple of years, all I do is see COMC all over the place. So before we talk about your growth in this new endeavor, talk a little bit about COMC as a whole for those out there who may not know. When they hear your health is our mission, what exactly does COMC do?
Well, it feels like the last 2 years we have done a little bit of everything. You're right. Yeah. We have grown. It's been crazy the last few years. Kind of kicked it off with COVID, unfortunately, but really got us out and about in the community. Got the community kind of talking about who we are and what resources we could provide. Medical, dental, behavioral health, as everybody knows, but plus all the other stuff that we do. Helping our patients and communities if they need help with housing, food, prescriptions, kind of all the other things that go into healthcare that really we don't always think about. And then new locations. I think everybody knows we just opened the 7,000 square feet in Laurie, expanding behavioral health in our schools, purchased a mobile medical unit, a mobile dental unit, just out and about in the community providing resources. We just did the medical care out at the shootout, which I heard was awesome. I didn't make it, unfortunately, but I think we helped about 12 attendees that needed some medical care right there. So just really immersing ourselves in the community.
And you guys have done such an amazing job. A lot of the partners we work with, Ozarks Amphitheater, for instance, we had talked about getting a video for COMC done during a concert. So we want to do that because they voluntarily help us with our rapid test at the concerts, you know? And so one of the things that you guys should be super proud of is when you think of healthcare, you think of somebody got sick, somebody has a cold, somebody, maybe we're having a baby. I know firsthand that, we use COMC proudly with that, but you touched on it. There's a lot more that goes into your healthcare. And with COVID, we saw such an increase in mental health issues. Absolutely. And suicides and those kind of thoughts. And so COMC really prioritizes all kinds of health. Touch on that mental side of it just a little bit.
Absolutely. You are 100% right. I mean, just the anxiety. We didn't think about people who weren't leaving their houses. Yeah. They were being told to stay in, don't go to the doctor, don't go to the grocery store, and the anxiety that really instilled. And so we have really added to our behavioral health. We have LCSWs and licensed professional counselors in all of our locations, psychiatric nurse practitioners if you're needing something on the medication side. I think we have behavioral health in about 12 school districts, wow. About 15 school-based, and they not only take care of the kiddos that are struggling, but also staff members. It's still a hard transition. We feel like we're a couple years out, but there's still a lot of changes going on. And I think it just really brought to light a lot of different issues that maybe we weren't talking about in our communities. Yeah. So really focused on the behavioral health and mental health aspect and how that just really affects your whole total overall health.
Yeah, and one of the things that people think of, Kelly, when they think of healthcare is, man, my insurance, or can I afford this? And one of the things that makes COMC so unique is you guys find healthcare for everybody, whether they have ability to pay or insurance. Talk about how you guys handle that side of the business.
Sure. I always say that we're just a normal health center. We're here for everybody. And the bonus for us is we get to take care of those who don't have that little magical insurance card in their pocket. Because it is important that everybody in the community realizes it's not just income-based healthcare or dental care. We are here to serve everybody. But if you don't have access to healthcare or health insurance, or you have limited financial resources, you can sign up for the sliding fee scale. It's only based on your income and your household size. And also we have community health workers that will help you sign up for Medicaid if that's something you might qualify for, especially with Medicaid expansion now in Missouri, which has been a huge benefit. A lot more people are qualifying, especially a lot of our industry workers who before didn't have that opportunity. So you can come in on the slide, you can come in with your private insurance, your Medicaid, your Medicare, or we can help you find something.
And the cool thing is you talked about having these community workers that are on staff, and what they really do is they walk these individuals through how you get signed up for it. They provide the correct worksheets, and they show you how you can get affordable quality healthcare through COMC, because that's an overwhelming process for a lot of people. And that all brings us to, as you guys continue to grow, continue to focus on overall health, not just the typical things. Really exciting news just started September 1st, but COMC is actually taken over We're calling it now the Hub, which is a COMC community center, formerly known as the Beam. And this is such a cool thing for this community. So talk about the Hub and what exactly the vision is with that community center.
Sure, it is. It's super exciting, and it is a whole new adventure for COMC. And I would say as a health center in general, this is just a new venture. So probably what I say today will maybe look a little different in 6 to 9 months, but it is super exciting. I would just say first off, we loved the name, The Beam. I understood why it was The Beam, but when we took over, we decided that we really wanted to be a hub for our community for resources. There will be healthcare access point down there, but really this is truly a community space where it is a sober space. We have to say that. So it is for our community members that are in recovery, or for community members who are looking for something to do but don't want to necessarily be drinking or doing other things. So it is a sober space. That's one of the most important parts. But it's truly a community center where we'll have a ton of different activities. We'll have meeting space. Our community health workers will be down there if somebody needs access to resources. Hence the name, the Hub, right? Like you kind of get it all in one. And our new logo will be coming out, and it kind of looks like 4 people joined hands, and just really identifying those resources. Yoga. We got Bikers for Christ that do church events on Sundays. We're just really going to continue the amazing program that was already started, but really looking to build with different community groups. And I think we've got a lot of fun activities. We're going to be open during Bike Fest. We're looking at Halloween for the kiddos. Just a lot of community partnerships. There's so many different ideas. My team is so excited. We're talking about mentoring and tutoring for kiddos, after school programs. Hopefully we're going to be working with parole and probation and drug court to try to get services for those who are really trying to work recovery. And one of the things we're most excited about is we will be offering limited acute services down there. So if you work at Tucker Shuckers and you wake up and you've got a sore throat, you can just hop into the Hub, get a telehealth appointment, and be seen before your shift.
Wow.
So it will be a clinical access point, primarily telehealth right now, but really trying to be that kind of one-stop shop to take care of those services.
And when you talk about, overall health and plugging our community into the right resources, things like maybe they're looking for a job, or maybe they're looking for sober activities. And I look at some of the events that have been going on there, the mental health support group, the Next Step to Recovery group, interactive studies on Sunday. And for a recovering alcoholic, somebody that can relate to, it's hard in the Lake community to find events and find environments where we can have a good time with other people that may have that same battle without the temptation of a drink in front of you. And so this is really full encompassing everything COMC is passionate about and wants to do for this community. And as we see some of these events, I'm sure there's going to be opportunities for people to get involved, people to maybe get on staff or bring their ideas to the table. And at this point in the game, how would you recommend those individuals get plugged in or reach out to you guys?
Sure. So starting today, the Hub is open from 9 to 5. So I have team members. I'll be down there. Myself most of this week, but we do have staff that are going to be down there as we're working through this transition. So if somebody needs something, first off, don't feel like we're not open. If you or somebody needs a resource, we are there for you and we will get it. If you want to walk around, if you want to volunteer, just come down and talk to myself or Dawn Ellen or anybody that's down there. But truly a community center, that is what is successful. You're right. Like, it takes volunteers and it takes the community. We can set up all the programming, but I have a sister who struggled with addiction for about 15 years. And so I understand that component of it. And what they need is to be surrounded by people who've been in their shoes. Thinking about a fun thing, we're going to be doing karaoke down there. We're going to have small bands. That's the other thing. It was really important to us that there was a spot on the strip for those who want to enjoy the nightlife or the party type atmosphere, but not feel like they have to be somewhere with that temptation. So not only are we going to be doing church and yoga and all that, but we want to bring in that fun aspect. So come out and sing karaoke one night. It's going to kind of be all encompassing, I think.
That is so exciting, and we're so excited to see the growth of this. And as this thing gets really going, you could always check out everything on their Facebook page, as well as reach out to Central Ozarks Medical Center, where their health is your mission. CEO Kelly Miller, thank you so much for all you guys are doing and for joining us today. We look forward to watching this whole thing come to fruition.
Thanks. So we appreciate all the support always. It's going to be a good time.